when I hit the ground, I had to look around. In Hell's Kitchen, best believe I'm cooking pounds. Seen patterns like Saturn and it took the crown. Yeah, your spirit looking ugly with a cricket smile. The parliament don't let us still shit the ground. Yeah, shit is getting big. I'll at the flight if you missed the mission, bitch. Look at this some incidents that I had to rearrange. Huh? Fuck a bitch. It's that I had to see a change. You must be a lame. Your morality is tip the tab. Never been into that shit for the birds. And I ain't talking diplomats. Swimming through the sky like an eagle. Yeah, the pilot make it fly like a Neo. The vibe from the evils. Being of this world, but never in it. Only do it God's way. Cause I know the devil listen like hell, motherfucking yeah. Hell, motherfucking yeah. I'm flying through the sky. My ego got me swimming like a hot archangel. Uriel straight recording from the top like hell, motherfucking yeah. Hell, motherfucking yeah. I'm flying through the sky. My ego got me swimming like a hot archangel. Uriel straight recording from the top. What's up? Yeah, looking up. Yeah, that shit that you be into got you looking nuts. When you be by yourself, you do a lot of stressing. If God was here right now, you got a lot of questions. Cause you don't understand why you ain't got no blessings. Cause you be praying when the sun ain't got no setting. Yeah, you be living out of order. Gotta build your building, stack the bricks up, got a corner. All you niggas getting thirsty, found the fountain for ya. Streaming consciousness, you lost it, but I found the border. You ain't gotta go off of the cliff like a river dam. You can go where it's promised in a distant land. Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2 at the spot me. The believe it's fuck you too. Charge it to the game. And I ain't talking silk and shock and slick as silk. I shocked so many kids. I gotta milk my collars, yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah. I'm flying through the sky. My ego got me swimming like a hot archangel. Uriel straight recording from the top like hell motherfucking yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah. I'm flying through the sky. My ego got me swimming like a hot archangel. Uriel straight recording from the top. What's up? What's up? What's up?
YouTube smoke sizzles. That wasn't real, YouTube. That was some filtering system from Rumble and Twitch. Those smoke sizzles from Rumble and Twitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was. So don't get flown out in the buttercream. The 777 new moon time day shift period where the sun and the moon transit through the sky. You know what I'm saying? So everybody understand what's going on when we talk about the 7-7 energy, 2023, 7 July 16. So you're up under that great July. You know what I'm saying? They can get y'all wrapped in and stuff if you don't know what's going on with your own buttercream line face spaceship. You know what I'm saying? So you might not know the rituals and spells that they might be putting over you during this particular time that may play out for the next 10 years. Just off the residual and starting point right now. You know, this is why we even got holidays and ceremonies. You know, they ain't doing nothing but practicing and having y'all celebrate sometime they took over y'all land type circumstance. It really wasn't your land because they claimed it. So it's just so they used to celebrate and they take over. You like celebrating and they take over. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, yeah, we're going to be breaking down the 777 energy before we get in. Let me go ahead and do that for the 12 minutes sector then. We're going to dive straight in because I ain't trying to spend all day and night on no astrological flow. I can't believe people actually go through these experiences tarot reading. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I think it make life hard. I think tarot cards and people that y'all think, I think y'all make life hard or some goddamn stuff. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then I might try to mix myself in with humanity and then it might try to make sense for my scenario. Then I gotta be like, all right, I'm too lost in humanity right now. Let me get out. You know what I'm saying? Nothing should be making sense in that area. But for the most part, for everybody who flunked out and trying to get to a circumstance and situation, these are the energies you might have to look out for. You know what I'm saying? With zodiac sign that you might be filtering the way you see things through, and you know it don't matter if it's a zodiac sign around you or not. You see them through the filtering system of that energy of the card I'm getting ready to pull out, and then for the most part, it's up to you to decide if that's the wrong way of seeing it or not, and that's how you create blockages and things of that nature. Other than that, ain't no ego boosting, ain't no making you feel like the whole world revolves around you. Ain't no energies of making you feel like you don't got to take no self-accountability. None of that over here. It's all about you. Last time I checked it, because it takes two. So we're gonna talk about your part a little bit. We're gonna talk about your part, your energy that you put in the percentage level a little bit. That's what it's supposed to be about. Self-evaluation always. Or I'm just an entertainment type tarot reader. Boost your ego, make you feel like you ain't gotta take no self-accountability about nothing. Like you like God just spit you out of when God was at Disneyland having the most happiest time in its life and something like that. That's when you think you came in existence. So you think you see something different in some world and everybody else fault because of the circumstance no, you just lazy. Do some shadow work. Do some shadow work. You know what I'm saying? The whole Dolo the Pilot Man page is a whole about 4,000 videos. And the only reason is probably a little less than that because I deleted mad videos to try to get rocked to sleep. How they was trying to make me do to get monetized again that I no longer care about. You know what I'm saying? Because I got other ways in this channel and everything and all kind of other circumstances I've been doing for me not to care about that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, that whole channel is based on shadow work. Everything on there, you seeing a person do their shadow work live every year. Is a different shadow work, but it's the same thing. You see shadow work live and different artilleries and tools for you to utilize for your shadow work to build a sufficient spaceship, so you don't have no flunked out buttercream taking public transportation ticket year round. Thank you so much for the donation, Prada. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Homie, don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Not in the spiritual world. I'm a spiritual OG. You know what I'm saying? I might be in like a young, sufficient looking body down here. But for the most part in the spiritual world, man, I'm like an old OG. I'm way older than Sadhguru and Autumn and stuff like that. They just don't know how to make forms in this reality to wake up early in ages and stuff like that. They just don't know how to do that yet. I'm here to teach them. I don't know why they getting 1 million views and stuff like that. I just don't get it. I don't get it yet. But God be showing me certain altitudes and tools to use for my spaceship and stuff. I just be having to decide if it's worth it or not down here, because sometimes humanity made me feel like it ain't worth it, and I just want to go back where God at. And then God said, don't try to be like me, I'm only me. And then it's like, damn, I'm stuck. Now I'm just Dolo. I'm gonna figure it out. But for the most part, when we start to get into the 7-7 energy right now, look, I'm gonna be breaking it down. So let's break down the hemispheres as how you get to 7. Right now, you know 1, 4, and 7 is masculine, 2, 5, and 8 is feminine, 3, 6, 9 is androgynous, and each masculine and feminine that comes together create a whole, or an androgynous concept, or in a form, or a mental concept, or basically a form that represent both sides of it, the masculine and the feminine, that they have a natural sex that create that creature, that child, or the thing that contains both elements together that makes something whole. So that'd be the androgynous or the 3, 6, 9. Now, each hemisphere, don't look at it as up and down. Look at it as internal, external, expansion, contraction, and distance and closeness, and dimness and brightness. Look at it like that. So we're creating everything from the inside out. So you could start everything off with closeness, contraction, dimness. You know what I'm saying? And internal. Then you can go and start with external, expansion, and brightness. And that'll be us separating ourselves, creating a form that we can go inside of, that now we're nothing. Now we're just nothing. We're something now, and now we're not nothing anymore, and things of that nature. So that's creating a form outside of us to get trapped in. Now in these areas, these type of circumstances and transitions I'm breaking down play out at a simultaneous state. So you may not know which one is first or last, the masculine to feminine, the internal to external, the distance, the closeness, the brightness, the dimness. You know what I'm saying? You might not know which one is first, but as a spirit, you are aware that these are forms of awarenesses that you are creating, because you're developing a mind. And anytime you take one awareness and put it in another space, and every time you go into another space as a spirit, that's what you are, you create an awareness there. That's a mind. And anytime you take one awareness and put it in a place where you already made an awareness at, that's called an accumulation. Now this is the early stages before it even manifests as masculine and feminine, or lighter density elements interacting with heavier density elements. You're making the actual alchemy itself, how to represent that at this point, and things of that nature, and the cycles and stuff like that. So for the most part, when we started talking about getting into these dimensions and stuff, right Now, once you understand each hemisphere, once you make something a whole, masculine, feminine, then you make it a whole, right? You bring that thought and that feeling together, that one dimension, two dimension together, that can make a third dimension. Now you got a mental form that can condense and become an organ to be in. That's the third dimension. So this is going to have a third dimensional structure or a sphere thing to it, right? Now, you understand how you made those transitions in the first place. So now you have to do it on a broader scale, but once upon a time, it was a micro scale. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when you was making your lighter awareness interact with your heavier awareness, you was making accumulation. So now that you already in the 1, 2, and third dimension, now you can have observation from the outside looking in, creating another masculine, feminine, and an androgynous child, a mental form, a characteristic. So you have a masculine thought about the third dimension, right? Because you as a zero spirit has individuality, that characteristic you created, that masculine first one, your individual, number one. And for that to go from point A to point B, how you relate it to anything outside of you, that become duality, number two. Even when you're relating that with another individual or spirit that was able to do the same thing, another person. Now, by default, your individuality relating it in a dual nature automatically creates by default the third dimension, because that creates a surrounding for two objects to interact with each other from a dual nature from their independent perspective being one dimensional. So one dimension aligns with two dimension to automatically makes three dimension as a whole, because individual makes dual with another individual, which is dualistic, and by default you guys are in the environment, so that makes surrounding. Whether in the mental world we create the atmosphere, the environment, from two dual spirits interacting their individual mind, and then that joining of two energies create another, and that becomes the atmosphere around y'all for both of y'all to be aware of what y'all just did, that y'all inside of at the moment. So that becomes how we're creating a third dimensional atmosphere also. I got mad videos about this way back in 2015. Now, for the most part, fourth dimension is when you develop an idea, a higher masculine, aka you're doing the same thing how you accumulated the first mind and organ, and now you're just doing it with the mind to perceive what you have already did. And now you're getting ready to be aware of it, to have it to be controlled. So now you're using your brain to make more attributes of your mind, of how your first mind made your brain in the first place. So your fourth dimension is the ability to have an idea or give a name and title to the things you are aware of in the third dimension that you're being dualistic to relate your individuality from, aka one dimension, second dimension, third dimension. So automatically that you're creating a bubble that separates you from this bubble that you just created from the 1, 2, and third dimension, and that next bubble is a mental body to help you understand how you created these ones. That's the fourth dimension. Anytime you create an idea, thought, that can go well more beyond the third dimensional shapes and forms in the third dimension, and spiritually speaking, you know what I'm saying, when you're just thinking third dimensional, based upon the outcomes that accumulate from the fourth dimension. So you're more predicated on outcomes of things. Now, fifth dimension is when you add the more broader emotion to it, right? So once you have foreknowledge, the idea, you gave a name or title or perspective or hypothesis to the third dimension that you're being dualistic with your individuality in, amongst others. Now that becomes our environment in general. You create an idea about it, that's the fourth dimension, and then you create a feeling and emotion about it, that's the fifth dimension. Then when you bring that thought and feeling together, that creates an imagination, aka now you got a characteristic, a moral, or intellectual property of how to handle that fourth dimension, thought, masculine, fifth dimension, emotion, feminine, and how to conduct that through your 1, 2, and third dimensional body to relate your individuality in a dualistic nature within that environment and surrounding, third dimension. So the fourth dimension have to come together, your idea and thought. Fifth dimension have to come together, feeling and emotion, and then that builds a character. Sixth dimension, now that's your light, your Lucifer, your characteristics, your ability to obtain attention from other individuals doing the same thing, and your ability to have a moral system or characteristic about yourself for people to see you in ways even when you're not around physically in the 1, 2, and third dimension. So that'd be your body in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, right? Now, how you get to the seventh dimension is you do that again. Now, since the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension is your characteristics that you express through your 1, 2, and third dimensional body down here, right? The seventh, eighth, and ninth dimension is going to be the ideas, seventh dimension, masculine, the feelings, eighth dimension, feminine, and the creature you create, the idea or characteristic, ninth dimension, that's supposed to be wisdom, that's supposed to direct the path or the direction of your fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, your character. So this lets you know if your character going to be angelic or demonic based upon what path, what decision you make from the other bubble, the third bubble now, that's supposed to represent your spirit. Let us make man and woman in our image. Let us make a thought and a feeling in the image of something that's in us, right? And now the mind mimics the spirit and the body mimics the mind. See what I'm saying? But you know, the mind has an expiration date. You can get rid of a thought. That's what the Bible be talking about, killing all the first sons and daughters and stuff like that. So since you know that's something that you can get rid of and forget, and you can have different thoughts than you had 5 years ago, then you need to know that's a correspondence of God showing you that's not the spirit. Because anything that become to be, that's something. Anything that starts has an expiration date. And there's enough correspondences and allegories and starting points that the spirit can observe as an experience to see that the mind is one of those things. The mind is something that has an expiration date also. You can have a thought and feeling right now and get rid of it and never think about that thought or feeling again. You killed it. That was the expiration date. You're in a new phase and stuff. That's not your spirit. Same way if someone was to cut off your physical form because your mind control your body. So if someone was to cut off, amputate your leg or your arm, they still going to be able to call you your name, and you still going to be able to respond to your name. So you still you, just because you missing a piece of your body. So your mind is a body too. Just because you ain't got thoughts and feelings you had 5 years ago, you still you as the observer inside it as a spirit. See what I'm saying? But every now and then you might develop characteristics from elsewhere that show people that you might not be the same that they remember you as, based upon the old mentality you was in to express as a physical form. But you're showing them that spirits has the ability to change. And if that spirit can't see a change in you due to the fact of them being stuck into the low vibrational 1, 2, and 3rd dimensional world, you ain't gonna never be able to convince that individual that you ain't no thief no more. Even if you got the mind state that you in a different space as a spirit to represent in it, so your characteristics that mind state play out through your body show you that you're not in thief energies anymore. And if this person, it take 10 years, 20 years for this person, the individual to figure it out, this ain't an individual that's worth for you to be around anyway. They're demonic and they're going to hell. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind. So we 17 minutes in, so let's get into the tarot readers. Before we get into that, I got to finish this. So for the most part, that's a 7. That's how you get the 7, right? Coming up with a masculine idea about what direction or path you should express your characteristics. So once you develop a characteristics, that's the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Masculine, feminine, coming together to create that creature, a characteristic about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all always hear me say it's always a triune. You know what I'm saying? In the spiritual world, I'm Uriel. So that's the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension when I became aware for the first time. Now, my ideas that I like to create, this time around, I like to see myself as flight boss. So that'd be my 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional character. I feel like I'm the boss of all flights flying around the world. Now, in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, what I make as my Ken doll with my flight boss mind, I give it the representation that represent flight boss type stuff. Dolo the pilot man. So I could use all type of things that represent being by myself and correlating with being an actual pilot to look like it as a ritual and spell with my body on my Ken doll. The witchcraft on my mind is just any allegory beyond the things that they even made down here. Talking about planes and stuff. Beyond that, just dealing with flight. Being able to take flight, fire, or light, or height, or sight, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? A new heights, or whatever the case may be. And from the spiritual perspective, before we even bring that mentality and make things from objects, from that concept first. You know what I'm saying? So right there, I'm the flight boss. Then my spirit that came up with that creative idea as a character to be inside of as a spaceship is Uriel. That's my spirit, Uriel. My mental form, flight boss. My body, Dolo Pilot Man. See what I'm saying? So that's how you get your footprints in the sand and get it in order and be able to construct it and talk about it in a way that you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That can't no esoteric person say you don't know what you're talking about. You be doing what they be trying to do. They just don't, something be wrong. Something be lacking with the spirit, the mental form, or the body. Something that they can't, it'd be something that their spirit be at, but they might be wrong in a spiritual space, so they develop the wrong mentality, wrong characteristics. So how they express their body might be wrong. Or then it might be something with their body that whatever that they developed on their mind, they can't pull it off with their body in some way, shape, or form. So their spirit gets stuck between limbo on trying to figure out ways of whatever character they created, how to get away with it with the 1, 2, and 3rd dimensional body, how to get the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, and how to make it come across in a way that is presentable with the 1, 2, and 3rd. And sometimes y'all develop so many insecurities based upon the indoctrination of Walt Disney, you might never reach that conclusion. And you could be in a wheelchair in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, and in the spirit world go to a space to develop a mental form of characteristics that'll work just as well as a person in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension in the wheelchair than someone who's been walking around with their legs well for the same 24 hours. See what I'm saying? We got enough confirmation in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension as people in wheelchairs that became millionaires, and everybody got a family. So of course they got people around them who shared the same 24 hours. So it ain't no excuse. Exactly. So it's a lot of things, and a lot of times y'all be picking insecurities that you ain't necessarily got. You didn't got that from a Jew, so you be thinking you can't pull things off with your 1, 2, and 3rd dimensional body based upon what you got on your 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional mind, your characteristics. Because if you're a powerful spirit, you didn't create. You was in a powerful space, so you create in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension. So you created a cold 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional characteristics. Like, yeah, I see myself like this. I see myself like that. Then when you bend that down to 1, 2, and 3rd dimension and look at one of these mirrors down here, you be like, oh, nah. You start getting flashes of Walt Disney on your mind and don't think you compare to that. So you say, forget everything that was on the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Put it in the back seat. Now your spirit's stuck. And your spirit like, why are you letting your body control your mind and I can't do nothing for peace when I'm supposed to be making up my mind and controlling my body with it? You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you probably doing shadow work at that time, or going through a phase at that time, or trying to get your itch scratched at that time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some money at that time in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. It's the only situations that only play out like that. You know what I'm saying? So, now, so that's how you get to 7. You know what I'm saying? You can make a sphere of reality in 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension. And birth, life, and death happen real fast there. So you can only hold on to a thought, feeling that becomes a creature, a body, for only a small limited time, and you'll have to switch and make a whole bunch of ones to the point that if you do it too long in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, it'll seem like your mind start going in that direction that you're making these new bubbles at to give your mind direction. And in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, it'll start looking like you're just a person that's daydreaming at the moment, or a person need to snap out of it, or a person need to procrastinating or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're too busy trying to reevaluate at the esoteric drawing board. You know what I'm saying? So in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, you're trying to come up with a thought, a feeling, and a characteristic, 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, masculine, feminine, androgynous, about what direction you should go, aka what kind of character you should have, your mentality, your thought, feeling, and your characteristics that you have to express your body and what people know you from down here. That's the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. And then for the most part, you're trying to see, okay, how should I act? How should I be? That's you using the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension body to observe this 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional body. Your mind of what kind of direction is going, how it's going to be perceived. And then for the most part, once you figure that out, you give it an angelic or demonic thought from the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, whether you're above your body, and I hate to use above, but let me use it since we got a body now. Your body, 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, and then your mind, 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Now, you could be angelic from the 7th, 8th, and 9th if you are this way. The point of the actual 7. So your spirit is looking down at your mind, 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, and your body, 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, to try to make a decision from that realm of reality as a spirit. And those bubbles, those bodies only have limited times. So you got to develop quick thoughts and feelings to make and characteristics to see if your mind is going in the right direction. Because if your mind ain't going in the right direction, when it bends down into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension and you express it through your body, people are going to think you got radical ideas, or ideas don't make sense, or you're reckless, or you're retarded, or something like that. So you have to make sure your mind is going down the right path, and then the way you express yourself, whether you're sitting right next to a person who ain't on the right path, a person who observing both of y'all will be able to look at y'all like you on the right path and this person ain't, and y'all both in the same room in the physical world, 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. Because the spirit pilot senses is tingling, and they're observing y'all 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional body. They see your character, the body you inside of as a spirit, your mind is going in a better direction than this person's characteristic, this person's mind. So spiritually, you must be, if your mind going in a better direction, what this spirit pilot senses is tingling and being aware of is you as a spirit is in a better space than that spirit you next to, because your spirit is in a better space, aka directed in a different area to have different awarenesses of trains of thoughts and line of reasonings that you could bend in and make a 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional character that could bend in into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension and have you have better outcomes, even in the same room as the person who right next to you, who's in the spirit world in the wrong space. So y'all in different spaces in the spirit world, different soul tribes, different areas, different geographical states and cities in Babylon. So what y'all aware of when y'all come outside of y'all temples' houses is different. This person in a low negative ghetto traumatic concept, so they only aware of developing negative thoughts and feelings. And then when it bend in on itself, both y'all in the same room in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, but everybody pilot senses is tingling, and everybody have the power to see something in someone else better than they can see themselves. So everybody could be able to see this person on the wrong path, this person ain't, even if we ain't even on no street and we in the same room. You get what I'm saying? So it's breaking down esoteric knowledge and stuff. Now, so 7 once. 7 once is angelic or demonic thought forms you create to make a character or 6th dimensional body, aka your whole mind, to for as a characteristic that lead into a destination path or role you choose to get an angelic or demonic goal out of. 7 twice, because this is how you be demonic. Demonic is when you put the 7 upside down, so you're underneath your body, 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, and your mind, 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. So for an example, this is how some spirits fall and use their 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension for the lower aspect, because everything has a polar shift. So because it's always expansion. So the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension is swirling around the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. And the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension is swirling around the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. Macro, spirit, space, 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension. The stars, sun and moon, 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, our macro minds, and then our physical forms, being inside of one of the stars, the atmosphere. 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, the body, becoming flesh, the organ. Macro, micro. Your spirit being the observer, you observing your mind, your stars, your sun and moon chakras, and them bending in on themselves and becoming an organ. And to create darkness is a collection of light, which is why spiritually inside you're in darkness, because you're inside of all your lights. So when you pick one of these lights and get into separation, spiritual energy, and make you feel lighter, so you're able to be aware of something you wasn't aware of before, not your egos all confused and trying to use one to manifest the other one. You're able to go into your darkness and pull one of them out. Separation. Now you could decipher the colors of the rainbow of how before they all smothered together as darkness and created an organ. So you know your blue colors, your red colors, your yellow colors and stuff based upon the temperament that you're in when you start to express it. So yellow is happiness, blue is intellect, red is passion, motivation, purple is pleasure, green is growth, and brown is grounding, silver is isolating, and things of that nature. So this help you get you a concept of the vibe you be in. So anytime you get extra angry and aggressive, this is why sometimes you only see red. Sometimes you get extra excited. Sometimes you see purple and stuff like that, which is why the female thing is purple and stuff like that. And then sometimes when we get into extreme pleasures, we see fireworks that look like wine purple colors and stuff like that. If you're spiritually inclined enough to be aware every instant. I be aware every instance of stuff. So you got to keep that in mind. But if you're demonic, you're going to the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, but you're trying to uphold something that had been working for you. So for the most part, that's how a person get led into these energies, being self-entitled. Because as a spirit, this person may have a natal chart, 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional mentality sometimes by default. So by the way that they was born, they was able to have their way based upon their characteristic. So in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, when that mind bend in and come down here and express through their actions, a lot of things may go in their favor. Now here's the thing: when a person have validation issues, or a person that's trying to be too greedy with their energy that they're receiving and accumulating, a person's spirit will use the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension to try to make the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, and 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension uphold it. So that's you being up under it and you trying to uphold whatever been working, even when you're getting resistance. You're trying to force people and put them on guilt trips to try to uphold whatever you created in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. So you're under it because you're trying to praise that characteristic, and then how that bends in and become the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, your body, in which you materialize off of it, and your spirit be up in the underworld in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension on the polarized underworld, right? Coming up with thoughts, 7th dimension, feelings, 8th dimension, and a character, wisdom, and you become wise on how to express your character mentally, 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, that bends in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension to become an action on how to manipulate people and stuff like that to still get your way. So that's how you could, that's how a lot of the shadow government be utilizing stuff too. A lot of y'all do that by default, by just being trapped into the shadow government stuff. Okay, we're gonna get to natal reading too. Now let's break down 777 real quick. 7 twice. Now 7 twice is an indecisive thought, aka two masculine left brain, like Cain and Abel type thoughts, right? In the 7th dimension realm. Now these ideas lack the 8th dimension emotion seed watering effect. They're that plays for the feminine aspect that's needed, which means you got 2 higher or 2 lower thought forms if you're in the 7th dimension, right? And these thought forms is masculine. You didn't use the 8th dimension. So anytime you got 2 masculine thoughts, it leads into what the Catholicism is actually trying to convey as a message. If you're not fart clouded out, when you be seeing a man kissing another man, or the Bible be talking about Jesus and gay type scenarios and stuff and washing feet, it's talking, or Cain and Abel and stuff. It's talking about every man title is a different allegory to a logical or a masculine characteristic. Every woman name is an allegory to an emotional characteristic. So that's what the Bible is talking about. So when it's two men fighting, this is a Jew trying to convey a message to you that this is what you're going through in your internal warfare when you're indecisive. So when you have a one masculine thought and another thought, aka you have to make a decision. Now, when you go through that battle, that's before you make a decision. Everything you're doing before you make a decision is one thought going to war with that other thought, Cain or Abel. Whatever one is the best decision is the one that brings the best idea, which is beast nature, food, and esoteric world to your spirit, and you would choose that person. You would choose Cain or Abel if that idea had the best outcome that suit your goal or demiurge or something or desire. And then you would get rid of that other thought. And once you got rid of that other thought and make a decision, this is what the Jews trying to convey as Cain killing Abel. The birth of the murder thought. You know what I'm saying? The birth of murder. Cain brought murder into this world, the thought. So when God say things like God is their man. So as a spirit, you're supposed to understand that's your mind, your God. So understand the allegory. When they say God made a mistake of making man, this is a Jewish perspective of feeling guilty about their insecurities. So they hate that they had certain thoughts, and whatever that man in that scripture that they're saying God hate will be their specific thoughts that they're trying to explain. You know what I'm saying? That they hate that they created as a spirit to be trapped in. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand the clarity of it. It ain't really deep if you understand it from a simple perspective, but once you understand it simply, then you go deep. Then you get all the spiritual knowledge out of it. You get all the esoteric knowledge out of it and stuff like that, without all the baggage and neat indoctrinations and stuff like that to be able to understand. So, you know, when you're demonic, you trying to be up under and you're in a polar shift and you're trying to uphold your mind, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, because you like when it was benefiting you in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension when it accumulated down there to do it. So don't be too greedy, because the higher you jump, the more you fall, and your energy is going to fall down where your spirit already at. You was already a low negative business cutthroat individual anyway. So when your business crash, you're going to feel suffering, or you're going to feel all those feelings and thoughts. As a spirit, you're going to think it's you because you think you're the mind, and it's going to be damaging, expiring, destroying, and in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, that's going to be your business, and your business that you thought you was upholding, thought you was getting away with something, failing. But here's the thing, it could be somebody in the same situation as you, but you take it way harder than them. You fail harder than them, because as a spirit, you was already where you was at and attracted what you was expanding back to you with the karma energy. What you put out, you get back as far as you individually. Ain't got nothing to do with what you did to specifically someone else, but the ability you had that can lead into what you did or what you didn't do yet. It's you still, that's what you sow. So that ain't for someone else that you did something to be like, oh, that happened to you because you did that to me. No, you just had that ability, and you could have defeated your karma if you got out that cycle quick enough and did the alchemy also. You know what I'm saying? And had that person come around, or individuals or family members. So 7 twice is an indecisive thought, aka 2 masculine left brain, 7th-dimensional ideas that lack an 8th-dimensional emotional seed water in effect. That is the feminine aspect that's needed, which means you got 2 higher or lower thought forms you can't choose from to decide as a direction you want your mind to go in from the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional perspective. So if you're stuck in the 7th dimension and you develop 2 thoughts instead of having a thought and a feeling, so it could be harmonious, not harmful. Anytime you bring 2 of the same energies together, that sex make harmful energies. Anytime you bring 2 different energies together, it bring harmonious. So you're always supposed to bring a thought and an emotion together. Not 2 thoughts, not 2 emotions. 2 emotions is you being a dyke. 2 thoughts is you being gay. But it's not actually saying it could bend in and become physically, because that's how they be shooting hormones, because they know how to make alchemy with the carbon and stuff like that, and these things on the periodic table and the stuff we eat. But it's just a mental thing that they're making an allegory in Catholicism and stuff like that. So when you're indecisive about something you see or something in your sight externally, whether it's a mind state, a vision that you like, or something outside of you, how we created everything from the inside out from visions, right? You become excited and happy. But that's because you got 2 masculine thoughts coming together inside of you. Right now, you become extremely depressing and confusing when you got 2 feelings. You become a dyke or preach out of your emotions. So you got an emotion that lack a thought. So now you got two emotions. You feel this way, but you feel this way too. So you could be easily persuaded, or you could be easily convinced. You could be easily gullible. This is leading to depression. You got two women, two emotions. It's supposed to have a masculine and a feminine, a thought and an emotion. You see what I'm saying? And that makes a vision. When you have a thought and a thought, that's indecisiveness, confusion, Cain and Abel. When you have a feeling and a feeling, that's depression, demonic energies, and things of that nature. Two women. So it's not talking about male and female. It's talking about men and women, thoughts and feelings, allegories, just like how they made the Osmosis Jones movie. And if you understand it from that allegory, you'll understand the book, the Bible, that much clearer. You won't be religious no more. You'll be spiritual. Because being religious is picking one person's specific concept that they created and called it a spiritual system because it's their individual concept or group of council individuals' concept of looking at the world. You know what I'm saying? So you're going with a specific system of something that we all can do. But spirituality is individuality. And when you find your tribe, you find the same ability that they did when they came together. And then no, you don't have to cry no more copying because you got your tribe to do the same thing that they did. You see what I'm saying? Now, 7 3 times, right? Now 7 3 times, this make whole, but or androgynous. So you're basically creating a whole form, aka a character or mind that lack the feminine dimensional energy, and you went straight to making it 9th dimension, but with 2 7th dimension forms. But anytime you put 3, that's why I say 1 + 1 = 3 as esoteric mathematics. That's not pseudo. You know what I'm saying? That's not pseudo. One form coming together with another form can make another form. And we play out spiritual energies because we create the mind. Let us make man and woman in our image. So the mind mimics the spirit, and then that condenses and make the body, and the body mimics the mind. So for the most part, we can even count down here with the language of math that we used. But in nature, what God shows us every day is we still in the spirit world first, which is why I take one individual, your father, another individual, your mother, to come together to create you. Now it's 3 of y'all. So I'm saying 1 + 1 = 3. From the spiritual perspective, once you look at spiritual mathematics and science and stuff like that, it's inevitable. God start giving you all kind of other abilities and awarenesses of being able to see how it's created. You know what I'm saying? Which is light or spectrum or fusion or that in between particle always get created out of fusion and friction, micro, macro, and then it produces another alchemy. So that's how we got nitrogen, carbon, and all kind of other spectrums and stuff. Just different sizes of water interacting with each other to produce other different things that we start to call or add on to the periodic table. Now, for the most part, here's the thing. So 7 3 times, 3 makes whole, androgynous. So you're basically creating a whole form, aka a character or mind that lack the feminine 8th dimensional energy to give you the ability to be aware of the reactions it can cause once you express these decisions you made. To direct your characteristics in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension to get expressed through your body in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. Sometimes when you lack the 5th dimension, the 2 dimension duality, which are individuality, the 5th dimension, your emotions, which are individual thought, and the 8th dimension, your ability to have the receptive or receiving energy of what you're accumulating from your masculine energy in the 7th dimension, which you see outside of you and what you try to use and what you try to see yourself as. When you lack the feminine energy, you lack the receptive energy to be able to have the ability of awareness of knowing how you're coming across or knowing how it's going to be received. And when you lack the feminine energy, sometimes you may come across reckless. You may come across as chaotic or indecisive or too masculine to a certain degree. And that causes more destruction and unbalance of anything. But it could give an idea of representations of being a fool, but developing wisdom from others, seeing from the outside looking in on what could be adjusted for the future. You know what I'm saying? So there's always going to be positive outcomes throughout things, regardless if it's negative situations planned or not. Now, and then for the most part, so 7 3 times is that, and it's almost like being trapped in it. It's being trapped in it, being trapped in androgynous form with 2 masculine forms that made it. 2 masculine things coming together to make that one form, to be entrapped, to be inside of as a spirit in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, to direct your 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, your mind, to express through your body in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. And sometimes this leaves you as being a person that's look like you are misery in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. You are indecisive. You don't know what to do. You lack purpose, nor do you want a purpose. You got a religion, but you claim your ancestors within that religion don't want you to be the Pope, don't want your face to be on no money. Like stuff like that. You're very confused in all kind of realms and things of that nature. You lack receptive or receiving energy of how others can perceive leave you, or how the universe is going to encapsulate you in more damaging energies. You're unable to be aware of that. So that's what it means when you're trapped 3 times. Now, the shadow government is utilizing this as an encapsulation to keep y'all trapped into some type of demiurge as far as the mark of the beast. On your mark, get set, go. A period of time that they create something that you willing to give your blood, sweat, and tears for, whether it's a cell phone or whatever the case may be. And they're trying to create a form for you don't see no other awareness out of it, and this is your only way of thinking about this that you need in order to obtain survival, for survival mode that they put us in. And you can't see life without it. So right now they got the wiggle room to construct it. So be aware for the next week or so of them accumulating from this original thought that they're practicing right now as a ritual for the new moon in Cancer. All right, let's get into the flight zodiac read. Shoot. Oh, sad. I got this whole hour in. That kind of made me want to do like a 1 flight tarot card. I'm gonna do it. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Mars. This is what to look out for your business, entertainment, and career, or your love matters. We ain't doing no underlying stories though. We got to get with the program. You're giving your grand support to a frustration, whether we talk about business, career, or love matters. You're giving your grand support to a during this new moon. You're going to be giving your grand support to a let me get the calculator real quick. Goddamn. Oh, here we go. All right. You're going to be giving your grand support to something that you're frustrating about. So don't give all your energy to frustration right now. You know what I'm saying? Try to work smarter, not harder. Relax. Then you got the 2 of spades. Someone else is opposing, cutting you out, a hater, blocking you, look at you as negative or something like that, or you trying to do the same to another individual or something like that. So you're giving your grand support to a frustration. You probably frustrated about somebody else that you're trying to cut out your life in some way, or they're trying to cut you out in some way, shape, or form, and you're frustrated about it. So that can become business, career, or love matters. Yeah, all my Aries out there, please don't have no validation issues. Don't have no goddamn abandonment issues, goddamn it. Humans ain't about nothing, goddamn it. Take it from me. I'm the higher octave Aries. Leave a person in their, or people or family in their own race, in their own head, fighting with themselves, succeeding with themselves. All right, boom. Then you got 3 of Hearts. So for the most part, you're surrounded by opportunities, though. So that's probably why this other person is you trying to cut them out, because you're surrounded by opportunities and they're jealous, and you're giving your grand support about caring about them being jealous. You need to stop caring about people being jealous, whether they're family, friend, associate, coach. Stop caring about people being jealous. Let them be jealous. Now let's see what zodiac sign you're dealing with, or what zodiac elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify this. All right, 3 plus 2 plus 13. 18. So you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you might need to utilize the Sagittarius energy itself in order to rectify this. You might need to travel. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. And Venuses. Queen of Clubs. So you about to be receiving some frustration in some way, shape, or form. So you got some people, places, or things, or well, mainly it's a pinnacle. So it's clubs. So it might have something to do with a bill, money, or something like that you're getting ready to receive. So you ain't even know you had that bill, or you ain't even know you had to pay for this, or you ain't even know you had to do this or work on that if it ain't got nothing to do with money. Something you got to do, be productive in that now you got to do, but somebody just dumped their responsibilities on you, or that responsibility just popped up out of nowhere. So you got to be careful around this time. Make sure you're taking care of everything and stand on schedule. And so just don't pop up, or if you do pop up, you got more time and easy mind space to actually take care of it, so you don't have to look at it as a frustration. Okay, the 3 came out. 3 of Clubs. So for the most part, in your surroundings, there's some type of frustration. There's some type of lack of money, stability, security, support, some shelter. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or this might be or you might be dealing with a Gemini with that kind of energy, or you might need to communicate with someone in your surroundings or environment or a friend circle or someone you're familiar with about something that deal with money or stability or security or practicality or something that makes sense. I'm dealing with a lot of Earth energy right now with the Queen, Earth, Pentacle, and Three of Pentacles. Tauruses, don't manifest too many money issues because you think about money all the time. And you got somebody else that's frustrating too. So you got somebody hating on you or cutting you out or opposing you or making the opposite energy, or you're trying to do that to them or they're doing that to you based on being in your environment or surrounding you, causing frustration and things of that nature. And now they're sweating your eardrums to death based upon whatever y'all conversations is about and stuff like that. So let's see what zodiac sign you're dealing with or what zodiac elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify this. 12 plus 3 plus 2. 17. So you're dealing with a Scorpio, your opposite sign. You're dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you might need to utilize more Scorpio energy to rectify. You might need to be a little bit more secretive and don't let nobody see you sweat during this particular time. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, and Mercury. No, we're not doing underlining stories tonight. I didn't know I was going to do my lecture that long. I'll be having to get deep in the spirit world. And look, no, Dolo, come on, please. No. You don't get to do it twice. All right, boom. Everybody getting a 3, though. What's going on with this 3 energy? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with this 3 energy? The 6 energy was popping out last time and stuff like that. I start getting weird a little bit because I'm like, dang, my birthday April 6th, man. Please, what's going on with this? You know what I'm saying? All these 3s popping out again. But look, all right, 3 of spades for all my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Mercuries. You're going to be surrounded by frustration, friend circles, or things you're familiar with that you can't necessarily participate with. You're cut out of it or opposed, or you're going to be trying to cut out of it because it's probably blocking you from you having discipline based on your business and career or your love matters to some degree. Probably cheating too much. Look, like, please underline a story. No. Y'all don't do nothing about it anyway. Look, another one. Stop. No underlining stories tonight. All right, boom. Now you got the 8 of clubs, 8 of pentacles. So for the most part, you spending a whole lot of time in your mental 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional world and your 1, 2, and 3rd dimensional psycho world into frustration. That ain't 4-leaf clovers, only 3 ones. You know, cups half fulls, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that ain't going nowhere. And the cup itself is the earth element, not the water in it. So there ain't even no water in none of these cups or anything. It's just straight earth, straight dry, no 4-leaf clovers, no luck. Stop spending time into your insecurities or what you think you lack or what you think somebody else think about you. That's your environment that you feel like you need to separate from because you might not feel good enough or something like that. Or at that job. So with all these negative cards. Then you got King of Spades. So you giving your grand support to all that energy. Stop giving these people power over you. These people ain't nobody. You just ain't around your circle of people that can make you feel the same way how this person didn't make you feel. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You need to put that in mind right now. Stop giving your grand support that's cutting you out and you spending a whole lot of time in devaluing yourself because in your environment and your surroundings you feel like you're being cut out from something. Stop. All right, what zodiac sign you dealing with or what zodiac elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify it? 3 plus 8 plus 13, 24. So you're dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Mercury, or whatever. No, we're really just, it don't matter. You're dealing with a Virgo, or you might need to utilize that energy in order to rectify what's going on. You might need to start worrying more about this circumstance and situation and worry about getting in your own friend circle. Start being more productive and perfect yourself and probably go exercise or something like that. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Or take some vitamins or something like that. Or you might straight up be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Next. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moons, and Ascendants. That's it. No other planet, no other person, nobody else, no, not God, not Jesus, Allah revolve around you and your emotions. That's it. Just Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right, boom. you got the Six of Clubs, Six of Pentacles. So for the most part, you like paying a whole lot of attention to your dollar bill, your pocketbook, or your wallet, or something like that. And you pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? So Cancers, y'all pocket watching, or stop pocket watching yourself. Money ain't always the world and stuff like that. So you spending a whole lot of time in some energy that's dealing with Earth, your responsibility, productivity, your stability, security, safety, or your goddamn money. And you spending a whole lot of time in it. It's developing frustration too. It's developing that 90-degree angle too. Ooh, pardon me. Try not to feel like money is everything. Enjoy yourself. It's summertime. Go meet somebody with some money. Jesus. Two of Hearts. So for the most part, someone else is an opportunity. So you frustrated about your dollar bill and your bucket and your circumstances, situation, some Earth Pinnacle type jawline type stuff. But someone else is an opportunity. So someone else is the cup, the heart, the sextile that can make an opportunity to rectify whatever this that you lost in flow. I ain't getting too deep in all y'all energies tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing good shadow work. And I've been good manifesting, materializing. Don't need no weird spirits affecting me or anybody else's pets in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. And everybody's grandma sleeping in the backyard ground and stuff like that. We gotta go get grandma off the ground. And we don't know what's wrong with her and stuff. Dolo up the street doing tarot card reading. All right, boy. Now you got the 5 of clubs. So for the most part, now you're emotionally connected to frustration again. You're emotionally connected to funds, lack of funds, or productivity, or struggle, or whatever, or frustration in some way, shape, or form. If it ain't got nothing to do with money, or it's a love matter, or something like that. You're emotionally connected to frustration. Clovers that ain't got 4 leaves on them, based on someone else being an opportunity that may be. Since this came out first, this must be a missed opportunity, and that's why you frustrated into all these pinnacles and stuff like that. So there's a cup right here with no water in it. You know, all these cups with no water in it. And the water is only going to get put in it from somebody else. This heart, the sextile energy, the water energy. You know what I'm saying? So this other individual got the water. You got the cup, the productivity. But for the most part, since you got 2 cups with no water in it, you frustrated. You the frustrating one. So you're refusing the cup. You're refusing the cup based upon your emotions, flunkness that you paying attention to. That's frustration, and you can't see what's in the middle. You can't see monkey in the middle, because spiritual equilibrium shadow work will show you monkey in the middle. He'll go monkey in the middle. Probably a slap monkey too. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the reasons why you won't even want to see. Like, it's a smack monkey. I stay behind the curtains. Don't come out, Curious George, or what, Georgette. But that manager or person, place, or family member or coworker that they got the water for your dry cup, your dry toilet, your dry Batman boxers. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what zodiac sign you dealing with. It was zodiac elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify this. 6 plus 2 plus 5. 13. So you're dealing with you're dealing with your damn self. That's it. I don't want to go no further than that. You're dealing with your own worst enemy already. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. That's it. That's it. Or nothing else. No, not Mercury. No, not Jupiter. Not ruled by nothing. Not no exaltation. Nothing. Nothing rules around nothing. Nobody care about you like that. The stage don't revolve around you, nor do Mercury, through Jupiter, through Saturn. No. Just the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for now. Be satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be the main star character. I don't know that. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. All right, boom. You got 4 spades. So for the most part, with the 4 spades or 4 swords in some way, shape, or form, you got your thought form, your looking at the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, and how you got your idea about something. This is flush. This is opposing. You try to cut yourself out of something. You got opposing thoughts, or you feel, or you think you've been cut out of something, or opposed out of something in some way, shape, or form, with your business and career, or love matters in some way, shape, or form. However the case, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the shadow government trying to cut you out of something, and that's on your mind. You probably thinking like, why I can't do this? Why is that a blockage? Shadow government. Everything negative. Come on now. Now you got a 9 of spades. Nine of Swords also. So, so there's a lot of thinking and communicating that's going on and things of that nature, whether in your mind or other individuals and stuff like that. That's make you feel opposed or cut out in some way. So you're going to be ascending into more frustration or things that cut you out and stuff like that. So you ascending, so that means you get into a better place, but this better place come with more problems. More money, more problems, more circumstances and abilities, more people that want to drain your energy. So whatever all these opposing energies is and things of that nature, you are ascending. But if you're not understanding from wisdom where all these is coming from, they may be coming from your mind, the way you think, and the way you think is opposing. So you're going to develop a ascension, but you're going to bring all your mentality with it, because your mentality is one of these things, one of these swords. So that way of thinking, you're going to bring it into your ascension wherever you're going and actually manifest that. So you got to be careful too, whether dealing with your love matters or your business and careers. So try to get rid of baggage so you can be open. Your heart chakra can be open. So you don't manifest no blockages for where God needs you to be. So you don't mess it up. And then for the most part, boom, 10 of diamonds. See, I knew this, you falling back from some type of gift and talent. So you falling back from a gift and talent, ascending into something that's cutting you out, because of what's on your mind. So what's on your mind is stopping you from one of these gifts and talents that you can get attention from. The 10 of wands, right? So the diamond, the fire, the 120-degree angle, the gift. So this is a gift, something you can get attention for that you falling back from, and then you ascending into these abilities where it's putting you, but you ascending into the negative attributes of it, right? Based upon what's on your mind. So this could be a scenario when it comes to business and career or love matters where you don't feel good enough, or you don't feel like you can be where you think you could be at in some way, shape, or form. So you might be in the mind frame of creating self-sabotaging scenarios where if it was to fail, because you think you already expecting you gonna fail, but you don't want to not try, you might put yourself into a situation where you cast a lot of stones at yourself and others as a self-sabotaging energy, that just the case which you expect in your mind, which is not to fail. When you don't fail, you don't have too much to suffer with other people around you saying I told you so and stuff, because you were saying a whole bunch of self-sabotage and that kind of mimic failing anyway. So you kind of hoping to still succeed, but if you was to fail, you said enough things to not feel so bad based upon how you represented yourself. So you might be having this kind of energy going on right now too. You have to be careful of that. Don't get too lost into those energies. All right. Now 10 plus 4 plus 9. That's 23. So you could be dealing with your goddamn self again. Y'all go somewhere with a goddamn cancer and y'all go figure out something with y'all life. Y'all flunked out. Because you goddamn 23. You goddamn Leo. You're your own worst enemy too. So Cancers and Leos are their own worst enemies. Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. Y'all go somewhere together and go create a cult so y'all can figure out why y'all musty or something like that. I don't know. What's got something wrong? Y'all need help. Cancers and Leos need help. Ring the alarm. Alert. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, and Mercury. All right, now, when it comes to Virgo right now, look, check this out. 2 of diamonds. So somebody else got a gift, a talent that you can rub shoulders with and get creative gifts off of, or opportunist energy. You got to create a gift and talent that you can support another individual and put them in a place where they can support you also. So there's some type of other individual that can bring that light, that inspiration, that 2 of wands, that flame, that light, that magic wand that Harry Potter had, that both of y'all could think that y'all manifested what y'all pointing at. I don't know why I just shuffled you. Some of y'all need to switch something up then. Some of y'all need to ride with the shift. Some of y'all holding on to old and outdated thought forms. Virgos. Because I don't know what made me shuffle again. Do the shuffle. I think I mixed 2 songs together. I think I mixed the insurance commercial together with Do the Shuffle or Do the Hustle. Or O'Reilly commercial. O'Reilly, O'Reilly. Overpriced mechanics pieces. All right, now look, check this out. Now 4 hearts. Now, what you're thinking about is opportunities. Don't become an opportunist. 4 wands represent opportunists. 4 on your mind, the wand, what you aware of, what you spark light to, what you might get excited about. This is a heart. My bad. This ain't the wand. This is a heart. Let me move my fingers. 4 hearts. So this is 4 cups. So this is a sextile, 60-degree angle, or the water element and things. Or the cup. So you're thinking about some type of emotion. Your mind is in an emotion, which is an opportunity. So you feel like what's on your mind that on the emotional side can create an opportunity if it was to be expressed in some way, shape, or form. And it might got something to do with this other individual, whether it's a crush or a manager that you're trying to impress. If you got the right mind state and express that connection to create that opportunity, that when you're in front of this other person that has this gift or talent that you could get attention from, when you rub shoulders with them, it'll go through smoothly. So these are good cards right here if you stay in a good space, because you can get attention too. Because both of these together, when you bring that alchemy together, it makes 6. And 6 is you being able to get attention from that. Get the spotlight. Get picked for the job. You got the small joker. So you having an epiphany right now. You know what I'm saying? You're having an internal change when it comes to your emotional state. And that's just in time for your for the new moon in Cancer. But you're having a deep transition when it comes into an epiphany right now. You're changing your way of how you feel inside about something outside of you, a person, place, or thing, or a circumstance, or a group of people, right? It's not these things having to change your heart. Then you got to decide once they present it to you, you having to change your heart in some way about a position, a circumstance about yourself, or a person, place, or thing. Now, let's see what zodiac sign you're dealing with, or what elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify this shit. Your damn self. So add Virgos to the goddamn pot too. Cancer's got they self, Leo got they self, and Virgos got they self. Go to hell. You know what I said? So you Virgos, go find a Leo or y'all come together as a team and try to figure out why y'all in the middle of the woods and musty and try to think the sun got something to do with melanating or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Real. They don't know that. They don't know that. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Venuses. I mean Libras. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Venuses. Grandpa. Dr. Colonel jawline, neck, hairline, face. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Venuses. You are an opportunity. I mean, yeah, you are the cup. So make sure you're not manifesting too many opportunists, and make sure you know what to look for a person who ain't an opportunist, but you know that they have to play that energy out. But as a spirit, their intent is not in that space. So therefore, you know what to see and you know what to look for. But for the most part, you're the opportunity. Ouch. Whew. Five of Diamonds. So you're emotionally connected to a gift or a talent that you have, which is why you as an individual are creating opportunities for yourself. Based on business and career or love matters. Don't break them, no happy home. Don't think the grass is greener on the other side. King of clubs or King of King of clubs or King of Pentacles. So for the most part, you're giving your grand support to a lot of frustration. So you might be working harder than you necessarily need to, or giving all your energy towards things that deal with work, stability, security, safety, and support. And you need to be careful of that, because you got good cards here. You know what I'm saying? You're emotionally connected to a gift or a talent that's probably giving you all this energy for you to have all these things that you're worrying about in the first place, as far as earth elements type stuff, and because you are the opportunity in some way, shape, or form. So you can take that in your way of how you plan it, all the way down to your goodies in some way, shape, or form. Now let's see what zodiac sign you're dealing with, or what zodiac elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify this. 1 plus 13 plus 5. I know this ain't Libra. God damn it. You got well, no, you got 7. No, no, you don't. I messed this up. This ain't right. 13. I only put 1. 1 plus 13 plus 5. Okay, 19. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you might need to utilize the Aries energy itself in order to rectify this. Be more of an individual or passionate about what you got going on in some way, shape, or fight fire with fire because you probably trapped in a whole bunch of things that you accumulated as far as people, places, and things, so you can't self-identify or separate in a sufficient manner for you to get the fuck on and get what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whew, hold on, y'all. I gotta take a small break. I gotta breathe. Ow. This is the time where the female is supposed to have the emotional intelligence, already know what a man needs. A man is supposed to express it and think about it and being a mind reader too, even if the man got the ability. I'm a divine masculine and divine feminine. So I be talking about the universe right now. You know what I'm saying? The universe rubbing my shoulders right now and stuff like that. Say, you got it, champ. You got it, champ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do got it. Once I hit this 3 more times. All right, we about ready to go. Esoteric Sigil TikTok. Man, I'm fucking. I can't think all that for about all the time. YouTube. I can't think all the time, every instance and stuff. I'm saying every instance and circumstance and stuff. You gonna give me a break, YouTube. You gonna give me a break. I know that much. You gonna give me a break. You gonna give me a break. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm saying that I used the TikTok app real quick to filter it on YouTube when I left the camera and push the button and stuff like that for the TikTok sigil, Hebrew Israelism, incense, oil, deodorant, candlestick, and stuff like that. Real stuff. Like the new 95 cent goddamn sage balls. All right, now look. All right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant in Mars. No underlying stories today. No, not today. Not today. Ouch. All right, seven of wands, seven of diamond, fire, 120-degree angle, gifts. So communication is the gift right now, Scorpio. Communication is the gift in some way, even if you're dealing with an air sign or the Libra sign itself in some way, shape, or form. Communication is the gift. So you need to communicate your visions, your passions, your creative gifts in some way, shape, or form. And just you expressing it may be not enough. So start communicating it. You expressing it is putting yourself into a circumstance where you think a person can be a mind reader. You might need to communicate your gifts and passions to help a person understand what you're expressing. Five of Swords. But yeah, some more communication going on just by this being an air element right here. But for the most part, you are emotionally connected to something that's composing you, cutting you out. Opposing you. I said composing. I'm a composer, though. A composer of energy. But for the most part, you are emotionally connected to something that cut you out. Maybe you feel rejected. Or maybe somebody rejected you. A manager or a love matter or something like that. And that feeling right there is the spade. And you're connected to that feeling, the 5 right there. So for the most part, you might be emotionally feeling separate. But if you go ahead and communicate that with that vision that you see, can still be possible. Ouch. I don't think I was quite ready. King of Diamonds. So you give your grand support to that creative gift and talent and things of that nature. You just feel rejected or about something. But that communication can help this gift that you're giving grand support to persevere and manifest even more. So what's going on right now is you are like good and gifted and you're being seen and you're getting attention in some way, shape, or form, but that you don't feel confirmed because of something you attach to a person, place, or thing, or circumstance that you're emotionally connected to that's you're opposing. So this could be a situation where you got yourself going, you're just not impressing the person you want to impress. And you care more about the filtering system through their eyes than other people and other things that's giving you confirmation that you're actually on a good track and stuff like that. So for the most part, you still feel emotionally separate, even though you got it going on and stuff like that. So don't give no person that power, because you sometimes you fail to realize that you might show certain characteristics that a person pilot sense as a tingle and know that's what's actually going on and play that on you just to see you crash. And in their mind, they'd be like, "This person actually allowed me to do that." You don't want to be going on with that. You'll never guess what be going on people's mind. It'd be conniving stuff like that. Stuff you'll never question, never guess. That be the stuff you need to start knowing that, oh, that is it. All right, 13 plus 5 plus 7, 25. So you're dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you need to utilize more communication. You got to communicate. You got to talk. You got to open your mouth, or you're just going to be seen the way you seen. All right, now Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Jupiter's. Didn't I tell you no underlying stories? Go away, Spirit God. I'm the only Spirit God right now. All right, boom. King of Diamonds. So you give your grand support to a creative gift or a talent or passion, something that you can get attention for and give to others in some way, shape, or form. So you got a whole lot of energy that you put into something that you are accumulating attention for in some way, shape, or form. Or talent or passion. Or something you can be seen for as a potential. Do you want to come out or no? Seven of Diamonds. So you might need to communicate also in order for whatever you're giving your grand support to as a gift or a talent to persevere a lot more sufficiently in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. About this person. Damn, I hate stupid people watching me. Go somewhere. Get something else on your mind than being a hater or a nut hugger. Learn spirituality or something. All right, but for the most part, seven of Diamonds. So for the most part, there's some type of communication, or there's some type of idea or information or inbox you need to open or give to a manager or a certain circumstance or whatever the case may be. And once you open your mouth, this gift or a talent or whatever like that you're giving your grand support to can start to manifest, or you see more potential of it, whether it be a career or love matters. Stupid people. I hate when people self-reflect. I've been up here for 10 years plus, smoking thousands of damn blunts. And a stupid person ain't even listening to the tarot card reading in there talking about, goddamn it, I hate people. I hate humans, for real. I hate humans. Like, kick rocks. Just because you ugly, that don't mean you could come on my channel and try to self-reflect with a troll page. Take your ugly self somewhere. You ugly. In the physical world, you ugly. Ugly ass humans. Ace of Hearts. Now, for the most part, boom. So now you are the opportunity. You are the cup. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Jupiter's, you are the opportunity. But this communication, aka start to communicate what you want to see out of this vision, right? You just can't be expressing it and think that manager or individuals and things are going to be mind readers. Communicate this expression, and whatever you give your grand support to that you already creative about, going to start to persevere and create individual opportunities for yourself. But these opportunities are going to continue to be blocked if you don't start communicating your gifts and talents of where you're directing all this energy that you already got capabilities of doing. Now let's see what zodiac sign you're dealing with, or what zodiac elemental energies you need to utilize in order to rectify it. 13 plus 7 plus 1. 21. So you're dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you might need to utilize more of the communication. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. Some of y'all gotta block solar plexus. You gotta start being more expressive. You are the gift. You are the talent in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, you gotta start getting out. You are the gift. You are the talent in some way, shape, or form. That triune energy that all make you as an individual, as the ace. Point of reference for the first time as a spirit. Where you at to make your awareness in your body. Thank you so much for the donation, Prada. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Ooh, I needed that prana. You know, but yeah, for the most part, because prana ain't separate from air. It's just when you do this type of breath, you create the alchemy with the fusion of friction with your interaction with the external world, and you develop and you make the carbon that we call the prana breath. You know what I'm saying? That breath intake is a different experience than a different breath intake. You know what I'm saying? And a shorter breath intake. But for the most part, yeah, Ace of Diamonds. So for the most part, Ace, you are individual. You are the gift. Six of Spades. You paying a whole lot of attention to things that cut you out, though. Something that you were separated from. So you need to realize you are the gift. Don't be giving nobody else or no object or no thing that you ain't doing in moderation more power over your gift and talent. You know what I'm saying? Something you distracted in. Then you got the epiphany. So you probably distracted in this epiphany. You got to change your heart, change of emotion about a person, place, or thing. And it's probably about a person, place, or thing that you've been cut out from, and you're paying a whole lot of attention from it. And somehow, some way, what came out first is in the back seat. You understanding you are the gift, and you are the shining bright little light of mine in somebody's church room. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand. And then, for the most part, you need to communicate so you can understand, because you got the 7, you got Libra. So you might be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you might need to utilize the Libra energy itself in an extreme way, because this adds more space, more zero spirit to it, more space awareness of the 7 in it, the 1 and 2. So, pardon me, you might need to communicate, aka so your individuality can show itself, so you don't be paying attention to people, places, and things that don't value you any or know who you are. Pardon me. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. I think it's that bullshit. I can't drink nothing after all the ice is already melted. It's just too many mixtures of densities. Like, my body don't react well. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, Saturns. Dang, everybody need to do some shadow work. You are cutting yourself out of stuff, or you are negative, or you are self-devaluating, or stressing yourself out about something, or something like that, or you just a frustrated individual. We ain't got time to get around it. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. Now, the reason you cutting yourself out of something as an individual is because you got this gift or talent on your mind. Who say you expressed it and know that as a confirmation yet? But for the most part, on your mind, you think you a gift or talent or a diamond in the dirt. And here's the thing, you is a diamond in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You as an individual is a gift, and you see that what's on your mind. It's just every now and then what's on your mind and what you are, you don't act like it. You know what I'm saying? So you got that weird thing where you don't act like it. You don't know how to match energies. You don't know how to go into people, places, and things that represent more of how you're supposed to value yourself. So it's like you cut yourself out of what you actually are. It's like what's on your mind and who you are could be here, but you constantly like to participate over here in the negative, the bad cop part of the shoulder. So your good cop shoulder is on your mind and is actually who you could be, but but your bad cop shoulder is where you like to relax at. Like, so I don't know if that's what your business and career or love matters for each individual circumstance. As far as your Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. 1 plus 1 plus, oh, I already knew this, 4. So you're dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Or you might need to utilize the Virgo energy itself. You might need to worry more about your damn self. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Jupiters. That was nasty. Some of y'all Pisces need to wash y'all ass. Or wash that grandma sweater that you probably washed your ass, but grandma sweater ain't been washed since 7 Christmases ago and stuff like that. So you just somehow think since you took a bath, the sweater don't stink. We ain't doing. Did I tell you we ain't doing a lot of stories? You are the 2 cards. You are already 2 fishies. Go somewhere on somebody's license plate. We gonna be all night either. Didn't I tell you no? You know what I'm saying? Underlining stories for some Pisces and some not Pisces. And none of y'all Pisces gonna do it. Y'all too busy strapped tight in straight jacket. Jesus. No underlining stories, I tell you. Spirit guys, get the fuck on. I'm the only spirit god tonight. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Every time I say they come out to. King of Diamonds. Now, you give your grand support to some type of passion, motivation, something you get attention for in some way, shape, we put a whole lot of energy into. Whole lot of energy in something you get attention for. You know what I'm saying? Get passions, motivations, desires taken care of, and be sat on somebody's throne. Probably only in your mind, but at least it look like it in this world. A little bit. A little bit. Uh-oh. But you might be receiving opposite energy from whatever you're trying to give your grand support to. So this grand support you're trying to give your gift and talent to, maybe it may give you the receiving end of the ass crack or something like that. Some opposing being cut out energy, or some way being cutthroat, cut spade energy, some way, some sword energy, some kind of conversation that ain't gonna go well. Some type of conversation like you happy, that don't mean who you talking to happy. Something like that. Something like that. I did not tell you no underlying stories. All right. 3 of Hearts. Now, there's something you're familiar with or something in your environment that could be a cut. Something that could be an opportunity, a sextile in some way, shape, or form. So there's something in your environment that's more connected to the internal energies on the masculine side of it, on the yang with the fire. So there's something you're giving your grand support to that's a gift or talent. It's something that you're familiar with doing. So there might be a circumstance when it comes to business and career or something like that you got to continue to do, regardless if you don't see the outcome where you want it to be, or a love matter. There's something you got to actually have some consistent energy in some way, whether it's an opportunity, business, a career, or love matter. In your surrounding, there's an opportunity that's related to this right here, which you give your grand support to as far as a gift and talent. It's just you might receive backlash from it. So this could be a situation also where it's like, let's say, you're giving your grand support to something you want to do in college and things of that nature, right? And for some, and what you do in your surrounding and what you're familiar with, you can see the opportunity. So that gift and talent that you want to go to college for, you can see the opportunity. But you might got somebody in your life that give you negative feedback. They're trying to cut you from that. They don't like that decision. They don't like the decision of what you're going to school for. And so take that to your business and career and your love matters, however the case may be. So y'all got somebody who toxic for y'all. Somebody who probably y'all help, but you helping them don't necessarily help you in some way, shape, or form. And what you help them with may not even necessarily be the same type of, like, you might not be around like-minded individuals, basically. You ever had a friend that you wanted to help because that's your friend, but you don't never put them in that space of why y'all not doing the same type things to build a business type scenario. And then when you get spiritually awoken, you start questioning that from yourself. And then you start understanding that what you think you was helping this friend with is things that they can do on their own in some way, shape, or form. And you made up in your mind for the basis of you wanting to keep a friend, not knowing that they might not stop being your friend, or it might be a friend you don't need anymore for you to go ahead and do what you necessarily need to do. And if you express what you want to do, this friend may look at you like you're a bad person or something like that. So it's like that kind of scenario going on. Now let's see what zodiac sign you need to deal with. Now remember, Pisces, y'all can't take everybody's problems. That's y'all issue. Y'all take everybody's issue and start to think and feel more about it than the actual person issue. So you'll start worrying yourself about what you need to do to take care of it and stuff like that more than the actual individual. Then once the individual see you doing that, they take advantage of it because they know they always gonna have a little Pisces there to do it. And anytime you don't do it, they know what it takes in your mind, what made you do it always in the first place. So they act like that energy. They act like they can't do it. They act like this, that, and the third. And then you're actually a crutch for this person, and then your life wither away for someone else while their life is going good. And every time they make decisions, you not at the round table. Every time you want to go somewhere and make a round table with no one around, you still got to have them in mind, though. But when they go make an actual round table, you ain't even actually there. And then they tell you and force you to accept everyone else they brought at the table and stuff. And then you got to make up in your mind, well, this person and this. But you never put that person in the weird fart cloud peer pressure position that they put you in. Make them think about you like that too. Like you got things that they should be able to think about when you ain't around, that they could be like, well, let me not bother them, or they busy, or they got things going on too, or they got a family too, or they, you know what I'm saying? You don't put these people in the same position. Your life become theirs. So both of your fish end up in somebody's fish tank. Some flunked out earth sign in your life or something like that, or some air sign or something like that. Then a fire sign be outside of the fish tank. Be like, hey, come this way. And then you be like, oh, no, I might suffocate. So you don't go where the fire, then you get stuck in the earth, and then you get caught in all the air thoughts that make you think the earth is the safe place to be, and then the whole world is flunked now. The whole fish tank, the Sea World. You know what I'm saying? Real strong Sea World. 12 plus 13 plus 3. 28. So you dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. It can be an Aries in some way, but it's 28. It ain't 19. It ain't the Earth. Because gematria and numerology pattern and number sequence is different. See, when you get 9 and add 1, that's just 9, 10. So that's different than saying 10 Capricorn. But when you got duplicate of numbers, you got to count it differently in the esoteric world. So it's 28. So it's higher when we connect it down here with the mathematics. So esoterically speaking, we have to add it to a higher number than the first one that come, like Aries, 1. So it's Capricorn when we get to 10 from a higher duplicate of mathematics language that we created down here, 28. That still create 10 like 19, but 28 is a higher numeral number than 19. So get it after Capricorn, after Aries. It's a little fucking fly. Let me close this trash. Ooh. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or you might need to utilize the Capricorn energy. You might need to initiate something. You might need to initiate something that's practical, something that could be predicated on your stability, your status, and how you could be seen. So you could be in that position that you want to be in some way, shape, or form. So you got to utilize some Capricorn energies and use something. Use a person, place, or thing, and put yourself in a position that you could be used also if it match your same energy. So that'd be a respectable, godly way of being used or using individuals. That's all, folks. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I gotta breathe. So that's the ooh, I gotta make sure I wash my face again too. It's a little start developing, but it ain't get real big, so I just gotta keep washing my face. I had a little blood on that crept on my eyelid yesterday. I don't know how I did that. It slipped its way on there though. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. But other than that, yay. So y'all gotta understand this is residuals and circumstances of the power of 777, and which y'all all need to be aware of. If y'all choose to do it, everybody got free will. A lot of y'all gonna be flunked just as well as today, just as well as tomorrow, just as well as next week. You know what I'm saying? And then forget. And then just hear the same type of thing again to tell you what to do again. And in your mind, you'll be like, yes, man, yeah, Cletus, go, Cletus, go. Then as soon as you turn the live stream off and go live your life, forget it again. Fart cloud again. And then repeat the same mistakes again. That's all y'all zodiac signs do. Y'all love y'all demonic worlds and lives. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't get no expectation. You'll make up of a thought form that make you experience of you thinking you felt like you burnt out. And you only did it 1 or 2 times or something. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't get the expectation outcome, the devil energy and stuff like that. Already give up. So y'all don't even put it in. Then y'all start developing so much setbacks and resentment and reaping what you sow. Even when you gain enough courage to be like, I don't care how long it take, I'm gonna make sure I just continuously do it with consistency. God gonna make sure, yeah, you better not care how long it take, because it's gonna take forever. Because don't act like everything you was just doing ain't you setting yourself back. So yeah, God gonna be like, yeah, you goddamn right, you better come up with that thought first. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So you come to that goddamn, PBS channel. As soon as you come to that thought, like, man, all right, forget it. That window gate ain't opening. I'm gonna do it now, God, and I don't care how long it take. God gonna be like, yeah, you goddamn right, that better be thought you got, because it might take forever, because I ain't helping you either. You just separated yourself too far. It might take you about 10 eons. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you go ahead and hold on to that thought for a long time. That's the last piece of power you got. You might make it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a few eons though. That's the last string power you got, so you just don't exist. I'm saying, once that one go, that's it. You might not have the ability to be aware again and stuff like that, and just be in no man's land. And if you make an awareness there, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody created that yet. Nobody created no concept of how to be consciously aware of being unconscious. Nobody knew how to do that yet. Not the spirit world, to create a mind somewhere where ain't no minds at or nothing. No spirit know how to do that yet. So you might be the first. You might be so flunked out, so retarded in your way of thinking. You might just be the first. I said real stuff. A world that you could be the leader in direction of a place nobody want to go down that path. So we'll leave you be in the direction of that. There'll be some dark, unseen / seen type thing in existence that we just leave it at that. We nobody else in humanity, no other bug, parasite, bacteria, periodic table, add another thought or fill in, no other energy to it. You go ahead, you stay there by yourself. Saying real stuff. We don't add that to it. We might look at it one time. This is a dark spot. We don't care what it is. I'm saying we go about our day. I feel a lot better now. That's all I needed. Tarot cards, I be having to take too much breaks. See, I gotta get a female real fast. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta trust issues. A female that what I'm talking about is in person type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where you have matching outfits. You go allow with the money going to our house. You know what I'm saying? Not in this circumstance and stuff like that, and then goddamn it, I'm just promoting somebody's money, some other dirty dick. I'm cool on all that. You know? I'm cool on all that. I'm saying, once upon a time, I tried to save the world though. Like, once upon a time, way back in 2015. I'll say way back in 2016. That might have sound good. It felt good back then. Shadow government put too many weird stuff out now. Said they got everybody at ground zero, 9/11. The towers fell at point beginning again. You know what I'm saying? We all got to start from scratch. It's too much. It's too much to fight now. That's too much to fight. It's too much to fight now. You got to be with the program. Everybody else outdated. The whole world is too late now. Everybody got to play catch up. We ain't got no more time to waste. We at the complete bottom. We're in the new world now. We did enough talking about it the past 3 years. As soon as 2020 got here, 2021, 22, we had enough time talking about it. It's 2023 now. We here. We here. You know what I'm saying? You know that smack monkey job ain't there no more. That suit your college career. You know what I'm saying? You know every time that they decide they want to jump up and say something floating through the air, they can. You know what I'm saying? You know we got metaverse now. You know what I'm saying? You know we in it now. You know we in a new world. You know we all got debit cards and credit cards and stuff and things of that nature now. It ain't nothing the same. Ain't nothing the same. You could go somewhere and try to pay a bill, go to a restaurant or something like that. Don't even got to pull your credit card out no more. They got some type of barcode sigil connection with your phone now. You just pull out your phone now. You can leave your credit card in your wallet or your pocketbook at the crib now. Just take your cell phone and still pay for stuff. Yeah, I said it's all, we in a new world. Not even talking to a human no more at some of these fast food restaurants. Whole robot. Hey, what do you want today? Do you want to try this? Welcome back. You gotta tell them, man, I wasn't here yesterday. Smack monkey, you ain't even a human though. They talk about welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. Welcome back. This ain't Mason. Mason, we're talking about sports with Cameron. They ain't rapping. We in a new world. I said, can't y'all see? What's wrong with y'all? Or y'all want to take another jab? That's what I think. I think y'all just want to sit around, lay on the couch, and say, hey, my spiritual work is lighting this sage ball. I don't got to do nothing with my body and go connect with like-minded peoples or nothing and show the shadow government that they don't have to come up with that because we okay. No, yeah, I'd rather sit around and wait for them to create another social distancing that I'm already doing anyway. And I can upload videos online and be like, hey, the introvert's on top now. Said that all flunked out. Nobody care about wanting to play video games all day and think about Barbie dolls and La La Lands and goddamn it, My Little Ponies. Nobody would have sit around if they had that on their mind all day. I said no, we ain't in your world no more. It's time to get out and do something. I said, real, I had enough time to sit down and engineer new websites and video games and call only up and stuff like that you're going to get sued for because you're using Masonic symbols and stuff. I said, y'all got enough time for that. Go outside now and make a new Mortal Kombat and Sega Genesis the way they used to do it. I said, go knock on Quincy Jones' door now in front of Motown Records. It's time to do that again. You can just transmute it in a new way. You ain't got to press out 1,000 tapes and CDs and stuff out the trunk and waste all kind of gas money and stuff like that, and you can save a lot of money for your gas and just press up a whole bunch of business cards. Have all your websites on there. Person to go on their own phone and go on your album now. You'll see whole new ways. This whole we in a new world. Find the good stuff. Find the good stuff there. Find the good stuff. Find the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to still be in the world, you know what I'm saying? Just transmute this new world they trying to confine us in with all the wiggle room they giving us with the distractions, so we don't know that's what they're doing, having wiggle room. Then once they get the right shoes at their shoe deport, because they don't go to no good shoe stores, so they go to, you know what I'm saying, Everlast stores and stuff like that, and Payless and stuff, so they be spending all day to find a shoe size, because all them shoes is millennials. You like walking them for 4 minutes, they might start tearing and ripping and stuff, and have a hole on the side next to the dude that ain't even a Jordan symbol. It's a dude with a baseball bat, but he hold it like a basketball. Oh, no, look at that. I say your mother once upon a time told you, yeah, you still could go to school. It ain't about the shoes. It ain't about that. You got good shoes. It ain't about that. It's about I can't go in gym class for after 2 weeks. I ain't got no more. I'm walking on my feet now. The bottom of the soles ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? Well, say sometimes you got to talk to your parents enough to help them understand the you know what I'm saying, the value in good material and metals that been pressure and melted gold and stuff. That's what you paying for, not necessarily the name on it, because that person took the time to go get the metals and the cottons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, the good silhouettes and stuff. Sometimes you got to remind grandma and mom and auntie that. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna go to school with skates every day? Thank you so much for the donation, Myra. I appreciate that for all real stuff. You gonna be going to school with skates every day. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to make them realize, look, you can buy this one pair of Jordans that's gonna last all year, or you could just go ahead and still have to pay the price of Jordans. You just buy me Everlasters 5 times out the year and stuff like that. So you got to pick. Then they start getting wise and get out of Babylon, out their mind and stuff. And you healed your parents from generational curses now. You make them value and appreciate life more, the taste of life, good taste and stuff. Like you get your parents on a good taste and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, get them sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? God next to cleanliness, good metal sheet, cut off animal, good furs and stuff. God love that type of stuff. God love that. God love being next to cleanliness and stuff, and good orderly, good matching synchronicity, coordinations and stuff. God love that type of stuff. I'm telling you that right now. Man, God will work through you like a vessel like you ain't never been no vessel before. Real stuff, you know what I'm saying? The money will be chasing you. Circumstances will be chasing you. The universe will be chasing you. I said real stuff. Y'all better learn how to be like God. Don't try to really follow God. Don't try to copy God. God don't like that. You'll be thinking you're doing the right thing in God's mind. It ain't. You will never be able to please God in that way. Just follow God. Try to be something like it or something like that. Come in the image of it. Don't be a liking down here. Something like the image. Only thing you can be is the image. You can't exactly be God. Just the image. You're here to be the image, the messenger to all the likings who try to be like the image. They only know how to be low vibrational in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. You know what I'm saying? Now you could be the image of God. You know what I'm saying? So you could come and show the demons and who want to be like things. You could show them, you know, what it might look like. That if you try to go where God at, don't try to be God, but this is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? The shadow government is messing me up right now. So I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Let me go ahead and get out of here. They're attacking me in the esoteric world. Y'all stay spiritually protected. Get on a flight. You know what I'm saying? Get on your spaceships and let's go to war. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. They got me pixelated. The mental matrix realm. They got me trying to make Sonic realm. And all of that.